For the prosperity and ease of living of the countrymen, it is necessary that there should be ease of doing business. In the last 8 years, the NDA government understood this very well and continued efforts in this direction, due to which today there is a tremendous improvement in the image of India all over the world. The Modi government, which came into service in 2014, launched an ambitious program of regulatory reforms to make it easier to do business in the country, raising India to 63rd position out of 190 countries in the World Bank's Doing Business 2020 report. In 2014, the country was ranked 142. We made a huge jump of 79 ranks in a short span of time. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while addressing a gathering of the Confederation of Indian Industry, CII, said that while tax complications and red tape were a hindrance in business and investment in the country, today India is moving fast towards ease of doing business.
आज का नया भारत नई दुनिया के साथ चलने के लिए तैयार है। जो भारत कभी विदेशी निवेश से आशंकित था, आज वो हर प्रकार के निवेश का स्वागत कर रहा है। जिस भारत की टैक्स से जुड़ी नीतियों से कभी निवेशकों में निराशा फैल जाती थी, आज उसी भारत में दुनिया का सबसे कॉम्पिटिटिव कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स है और फेसलेस टैक्स सिस्टम भी। जिस भारत में दस्तावेजों में, कागजों में, कानूनों में उलझाना ब्यूरोक्रेसी की पहचान माना जाता था, वहीं आज ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस रैंक में बड़ी छलांग लगा रहा है।
Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal says that we can measure the effectiveness of the efforts made by the government from the fact that India has been in the top 10 for the third time in a row in the list of fastest improving ease of doing business ranking.
जिस प्रकार से लगातार जो एक्शंस 14, 15 और 15, 16 में लिए गए, उसका जब इम्पैक्ट जनता को दिखने लगा, उसका इम्पैक्ट जब असेस हुआ वर्ल्ड बैंक द्वारा, जब वो ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस रैंकिंग्स देखे, तो आप देखेंगे कि 142वें रैंक से जो 2014 में था, आज हम 63 रैंक पे आ गए। इतनी बड़ी बढ़ोतरी तो शायद ही किसी देश ने करी होगी इतने कम समय में। जो एक डिक्लाइनिंग ट्रेंड पे हम 2014 में आए थे, जब 132 रैंक से घट के हम 142 रैंक पे पहुंच गए थे 2 वर्ष में, अब बढ़ते बढ़ते हम 63 पे आ गए हैं। विश्व में जो देश सबसे ज्यादा सुधार लगातार 3 वर्षों में करते आ रहे हैं, उसमें से भारत एक है।
Creating an environment for ease of doing business in a country does not depend on a single decision, but requires extensive reforms in various areas. In the last 8 years, the government has made extensive reforms in the tax system, banking system, labor laws, including industrial laws for ease of doing business. Due to all this, India has emerged as one of the most attractive destinations in the world for investment and business. By making deep reforms in the tax regime, the government has made corporate tax competitive globally. While corporate tax has been reduced to 22% for existing domestic companies, it has been reduced to only 15% for manufacturing companies established after 1st October 2019.
I am Chandrajit Banerjee, Director General CII. हमारे टैक्स रिडक्शन 15% न्यू मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए जो हुए हैं, अक्टूबर 2019 में अनाउंस हुए हैं, ये एक इम्पोर्टेंट स्टेप है, क्योंकि ये इंडिया को बहुत कॉम्पिटिटिव बनाते हैं, कॉर्पोरेट्स को ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस के लिए और एक इन्वेस्टमेंट को इजी बनाने के लिए और जॉब क्रिएशन के लिए एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट दिशा है।
Schemes like Startup India, Stand Up India, Make in India were started by the government to strengthen domestic industries and support emerging industries, while Production-Linked Incentive (PLI) to support and encourage them. Finance has also been made available through the Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme (ECLGS). With these steps, more than 70,000 new entrepreneurs have emerged in the last 8 years. Of these, there are more than 100 such whose total assets are more than $1 billion. On this subject, Chief Economist of PhD Chamber of Commerce Dr. S.P. Sharma said, government reforms have not only given an opportunity to a common person to be an entrepreneur, but has also helped a lot in attracting foreign investment.
जो रिफॉर्म्स हुई हैं, इनमें से नए उद्यमियों को बहुत बढ़ावा मिला है, खासकर जो स्टार्टअप्स हैं उनको एक अच्छी सेंध मिली है, जिससे कि विदेशी निवेश को आकर्षित करने की जो भारत की प्रक्रिया है और ज्यादा बेहतर हुई है। एक आम आदमी को भी उद्यमी बनने का अवसर इन रिफॉर्म से मिला है।
Simplifying tax e-filing and faceless operation of the tax system not only reduced corruption but also increased tax compliance and helped in resolving tax disputes in the shortest possible time.
मैं विनोद किंगर, CEO किंगर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स। जब से ई-इनवॉइसिंग का सिस्टम चालू हुआ है, हमारे लिए बहुत आसानी हो गई है। रिटर्न फाइल करने में कोई भी हम लोगों को दिक्कत नहीं आती है और इसके अलावा जो भी फेसलेस सिस्टम गवर्नमेंट ने चालू किए हैं उससे हमारे को काफी आसानी होती है.
With the introduction of the Trade in Goods Tax (GST) and the introduction of the e-way bill system, while on one hand the taxation on taxes has been relieved, the movement of manufactured goods has also become easier and faster. With the introduction of GST, tax compliance has become very easy for the traders, and now it is possible to make online deposits sitting at home. A small entrepreneur in Delhi says that doing business has become more convenient than ever.
मेरा नाम अनुज सिंह है, PIB इनोवेशन ओनर हूँ. GST और ये ई-वे बिल आने से बड़ा फायदा हुआ है. पहले डबल टैक्स भी लग जाता था. उस चीजों से निजात मिल गई है. काफी हर महीने हम अपना GST वगैरह जमा कर देते हैं, तो कोई ऐसा बैकलॉग भी नहीं रहता जो बाद में जाके परेशान करता है.
For ease of doing business, retrospective tax has been removed from the Income Tax Act by enacting the Taxation Laws Amendment Act 2021. Retrospective taxes are such outstanding taxes that have been levied on long ago transactions. Through the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code (IBC), the government has made efforts to end corruption in the banking system and reduce distressed loans. In this way, along with improving the financial condition of the employment, business, banking and financial sectors, the government has also achieved remarkable success in protecting the money received from the contribution of taxpayers. In the same sequence, with the aim of improving ease of living and ease of doing business in India, the requirement of compliance of more than 25,000 rules is not required now. Many industrial activities have been made crime-free under the Companies Act 2013. The Modi government has repealed around 1,500 irrelevant laws in the last 8 years. An entrepreneur from Uttarakhand, who is the beneficiary of these steps of the government, says that now not only has it become easier to do business, but people's trust in the system has also increased.
अनूप सिंह नेगी, एलिमेंट लॉजिस्टिक्स सॉल्यूशन प्राइवेट लिमिटेड. मैं तो ये कहूंगा कि पिछले 7-8 साल में मतलब कम से कम 5 से 10 गुना बिजनेस ईज ऑफ बिजनेस हो गया हमें, और उससे कई फायदे हैं हमें. सब कुछ ऑनलाइन है. GST आप ऑनलाइन भर सकते हो, TDS सब कुछ ऑनलाइन भर सकते हो, सारा रिकॉर्ड आप देख सकते हो.
Reforms in labor laws in the direction of ease of doing business have been stalling for a long time. The government accumulated the labor laws spread across multiple codes to only 4 labor codes so as to protect the interests of workers as well as to enable quick settlement of labor disputes. There are many parameters of improvement in ease of doing business on the basis of which the improvements made in this area can be ascertained. These standards also cover the various facilities required for starting a business and running a business and resolution of insolvency. The country's achievement in these parameters reflects the success of the efforts made by the government for ease of doing business in the last 8 years. In 2014, where it used to take 35 days to start a business, now one can start their business in just 18 days. A Gujarat-based entrepreneur who has recently started a new venture says that due to the efforts of the government and the online facilities introduced for the company setup, he was able to easily set up his venture in a very short time.
मेरा नाम दिव्येश देत्रोजा है और मैंने अभी एक नई कंपनी ई-पावरट्रॉनिक्स प्राइवेट लिमिटेड जामनगर गुजरात में शुरू की है. सरकार की नई पॉलिसियों की वजह से ये कंपनी बहुत ही जल्दी में शुरू कर पाया हूँ, इसलिए मैं सरकार को बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ.
India's ranking on the construction permit parameter in the World Bank's Doing Business 2020 report was 184 in 2014, but with a great jump it reached to 27th rank in 2019. This has been possible due to the reduction in the number and time of procedures required to obtain a construction permit in the country. In this report, India's ranking on the parameter of access to electricity increased from 137 in 2014 to 22 in 2019. Such a big achievement was witnessed because now there are only 4 processes for companies to get electricity connections in the country, and it takes a maximum of 53 days to complete. Apart from these significant reforms, India ranks 25th among 190 economies in the world in terms of credit access parameters. This means that now companies get loans easily. According to the World Bank, India ranks 13th in the world in protecting minority investors. This is a great achievement as well as an important point to strengthen the trust in India between the domestic and foreign companies. In this series, the present government has created the Indian Customs Electronic Gateway, ICE Gate, to facilitate Indian import-export. It is the national portal of Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, CBIC, which provides single window service to the participants electronically. Presently, more than 43,500 users are registered with ICEGate, serving more than 12,50,000 importers and exporters. Due to all these reforms, India was ranked 136th in the World Bank's Resolving Insolvency Index in 2017. But in 2020, it jumped to 52nd position. Insolvency is a situation of financial crisis in which a business or individual becomes unable to pay its bills. Till date, in more than 18,500 insolvency applications, cases worth more than 5,29,000 crores have been settled. Due to the efforts made by the government for the ease of doing business, the common people doing business, even at the smallest level, are now able to run their businesses more easily than before by adopting the digital payment system. Vegetable seller Jitendra Kumar says that now transactions have become easier in his business at every level.
मैं पश्चिम बिहार में सब्जी विक्रेता हूँ। हमें मोबाइल के द्वारा पैसा ट्रांजैक्शन करने में काफी आसानी हो जाती है और व्यापार करने में काफी सरल हो जाता है। हम आसानी से पैसा अपने अकाउंट से भेज सकते हैं और किसी से ग्राहक से भी ले सकते हैं। ये काफी सरल और आसान उपाय है।
The government introduced a single window system to make businesses easier. With this, entrepreneurs can get all the facilities on a single platform to start and run their business. Most of these tasks are being done online, thereby saving time, resources and effort. These steps taken in the direction of ease of doing business show that the Modi government, which has completed unmatched 8 years of service, good governance and poor welfare, is committed to the quality of life and ease of living of the common man in the country, which is the right of every citizen of the country.